I think you need the two colors of highlighter, and the directions here say highlighting headings in one color, I use pink, and then groups, individuals, tribe names in a second color, I use yellow. And so here are my example annotations for those of you at home, or you can just watch as I do this with them. So the first thing I'm going to do is highlight all my headings. And this is because I want them to stand out. We're going to do a type of note taking called Cornell notes. And look right here. The headings go on the left and all the notes go on the right. So I didn't do them all for you, so we're going to need to know which ones to add in there. So just real quick, examine the text structure. What is it? How many sections are there? So we've got 2 there. And on this particular one, you can see they were very nice and made them all caps for you. All right. So for those of you that are in class, and I gave you this paper, right here, students will annotate 2 articles. All right. Here's your directions, because I hate not having my directions. Highlighting in one color, I use pink. Right here? Yep, did that. Okay, now I have a checklist as a student. These directions are the exact same thing you see scrolling here. I just printed them for people in the classroom if they wanted them. And so if you're at home and you want to print them, you can. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the people, groups, and places in yellow. This is the trick my teacher said, and this was very helpful. She always had things to say that actually were useful. This was my 9th and 12th grade English teacher. And she said, when you're trying to figure out what the teacher wants you to write down on notes, find the people. This is true in social studies, and a lot of times it's true in literature. Figure out who the people are and what they're doing, and that's probably what you're supposed to write down. Okay, so back to our article, let's highlight in yellow or whatever your second color is. So on this article, we can highlight Native Americans. Okay, what else? Yeah, Shawnee. That's pretty good. And that is a tribe. And then the chief was, his name's Tecumseh. Yep. Oh, William Henry Harrison. Okay, yep, we could do William Henry Harrison. Are you noticing that I haven't even read the first thing? Yeah. So I'm approaching this like a problem that needs a solution rather than just an assignment. Does that make sense? Now I'm going to stop at this first section because I don't want to go crazy highlighting and not know what matters because I haven't read anything. Any other groups or people in here? No? Okay. Well, let's start reading then, and then maybe we'll find some more. Okay? So you've got Native Americans in the Northwest and Louisiana territories were determined to hold on to their land. Led by Shawnee Chief Tecumseh, who was supported by Great Britain, several tribes united to fight settlers. Any other groups? We've got Great Britain. If you highlighted Native Americans and they're fighting, who are they fighting against? Settlers. So let's highlight that. And I'm going to highlight several tribes because up here it talks about Shawnee Chief Tecumseh, but down here it talks about others too. All right, so if you look back at our essential question, it says, how can you defend the statement the War of 1812 was like America's second war for independence? Are the British involved? Yes. What else have you read that's involved? Or who else? The Indians. Okay, so we've got Native tribes. Yep. All right, home page. Click that. And then scroll all the way down. Yes, you can have those answers, but don't waste your time scribbling them very fast right now. No need. Okay. And then all the way down, and there is a cloud assignment here that you should open. So that the answers for this, I gave you the example answers. But let's kind of formulate these together. What would you write here if you were looking at your article here? Because remember, I told you the best way to know what a teacher wants you to write down is to figure out probably who the people are and then include them in your statements. So what are his worries? What's the deal here? There we go. And so these are the things that are on that first page. So if you look, I highlighted in yellow over here, natives, we've got that highlighted, Shawnee, settlers, should have probably highlighted Great Britain. So these you're more than welcome to utilize my answers here. That makes sense. They didn't view the United States as their government. Okay. So when you look back at the article, it says William Henry Harrison, governor of Indiana Territory, sent a warning to Tecumseh, urging him to stick to the terms of past agreements. And these past agreements are going to be treaties. Tecumseh responded that few chiefs who signed the treaties didn't have authority to represent other tribes and give away their land. And so that's what we've got in here. So then you've got the Battle of Tippecanoe. Battle of Tippecanoe. While Tecumseh headed south to convince the Creek Nation tribe to join his forces, Harrison attacked and defeated Shawnee people near the Tippecanoe River. And so that's why they called it that. It was the Tippecanoe River. Tecumseh crossed into Canada to join the British troops. All right, so what would we highlight as our people or group? Okay, well, just do Shawnee, because remember, we're only highlighting people or groups. We got a new country in here? Canada, okay. Also have British troops now and Tecumseh. And I'm going to go ahead and just box that in. I don't know where we'll put it, but it looks like vocabulary to me. And what about in this first little sentence here, right underneath the heading? While Tecumseh headed south to convince the Creek Nation tribe to join his forces, Harrison attacked. Yeah, now we got another tribe in there, don't we? Creek Nation tribe, joins, and then Harrison again. Okay. So then you have your 3 bullet points. And what we came up with, or what I came up with, was Tecumseh went to talk to the Creek tribe to get him to join the fight against the settlers moving west onto their land. Harrison attacked the Shawnee while Tecumseh was away at Tippecanoe. And that's right here. And then 1811, Shawnee lost and Tecumseh headed to Canada. So that is your process. Now I think that you're good to move forward and understand, let's see. So I think now you're good to be able to continue going through here. So this is what I'm checking for. Did you highlight the people as asked? And if you look at your week at a glance, highlighting the people, groups, individuals, tribe names, you could also put nations if you wanted to. Once you've gotten these highlighted, then you're going to come back over here and type. And that's why I gave you paper copies. Because if you wanted to type, maybe you would want your article in front of you and that on the screen. Okay. All right. So I will let you work if there are not any questions on that. And we'll pick up here tomorrow.